Alright you guys, so today we're doing a summer goth inspired makeup look, as you guys can see in the intro. Alright, so I'm just going to start off with my concealer and cancel out any discoloration around my eye area. Then I'm going to go ahead and prime like the transition area of my lid with some of my LA Girl Pro Primer Stick in Nude. And then I'm going to use this brown eyeliner pencil to outline my cut crease. And we're not connecting the cut crease. I kind of wanted to give it that double wing effect, and the cut crease will be one of the wings. Alright, so as you guys could see, I'm just going along my natural crease line. Alright you guys, and just with light strokes I'm making that line. It doesn't have to be perfect right away because we can always go back and clean it up. And then I'm gonna go in with the pencil and kind of smudge out or fade out the outer part of the cut crease line. And then I'm gonna go in with this pointed kind of detailer brush from a company called Makeup Addiction. They're on Instagram, and just blend out that eyeliner that I faded out. Just blend it out just a bit, okay? Now I'm gonna go in with my blending brush with a little bit of my Tawny Tease eyeshadow, the brown section of that duo, and just blend it out, just a little bit of it. And then I'm gonna go back in with the pencil and redefine the line, because the main part of the cut crease I want to be is that line to be very defined, okay? Alright, so I'm just gonna go back in with the detailer brush and blend it out once again. And then now I'm just gonna prime the lids using my Pro Primer Stick in white. This one is also from LA Girl. I'll put a full list of all the products down below in the description bar. Now I'm gonna go in with this concealer brush from Makeup Addiction and just kind of clean up that primer. And this will also help clean up the line if you made any mistakes, and just blend this out, okay? Now I'm gonna go in with this Mimosa Pop Duo from Black Opal, and it comes with a bright yellow matte shade and an orange shade. In this tutorial I'm using the yellow shade, obviously, and I'm just applying that using a eyeshadow brush. I'm just gonna pat that on a little at a time and build it up, and then I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush with a little bit more of the brown shade from the Tawny Tease Duo. Alright, I'm gonna go back in with my eyeliner pencil. This is like a cheap eyeliner pencil. I actually got this from ShopRite, you guys, in the clearance section, you know, and I'm just gonna use it for this tutorial, okay? So you can use any brown pencil you have, so long as it's soft and you can, you know, use it to blend it out, you'll be fine. Alright, so I'm just gonna go back, clean up that line, it's very important to me, and then go back in with some more yellow eyeshadow to pat that area, make sure it's all covered. Then I'm going to be using this LA Girl gel liner and use a angled eyeliner brush, and this one is from Makeup Addiction, and go ahead and create my wing liner. And I'm gonna kind of make my wing a little thinner than usual. It's not as thick, okay? So it's like an open cut crease. You guys see that? So it's not connected to the wing, which usually, you know, you'll have a connected cut crease. So I wanted to do an open cut crease this time around. And if you have any mistakes, you can always go back in with some concealer and clean that right up, just like I'm doing right now. Alright, once you have that cleaned up, you can go back in with your pencil if you need to clean up your line to make it more defined, and then go back in with your blending brush if you have to blend out your transition area. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and prime underneath my lower lashes, and I'm using my Pro Primer Stick in Nude. Then I'm just going to blend it out, and then on the bottom lash line, I'm applying the matte shade from the Bordeaux Bliss Duo underneath my lower lashes using that pointed detailer brush that I was using to clean up my cut crease, okay? So you want to kind of smoke this out underneath your lower lashes, but don't bring it in all the way to the tear duct area, because we're creating like that inner cat eye smoky effect there. So now you can use the pencil to just to kind of outline that area and define it, and then go back over it with that matte shade from the Bordeaux Bliss Duo, and just kind of set this in place, and it's gonna kind of help you create that shape a little better, okay? Instead of just doing it with eyeshadow, which can smudge up and mess you up and you'll feel discouraged. So you just use the pencil to help you, okay? So now I'm just gonna line my waterline using my LA Girl Glide Gel Liner pencil in Very Black. It's one of my favorite eyeliner pencils. It doesn't smudge, you know, it doesn't run all over the place. So I'm just gonna apply that and smudge it out underneath my lower lashes, and then also apply some of this black eyeshadow from the Black Shock Duo from Black Opal, and apply this underneath my lower lashes and smudge it out, and also bring this into the cat eye smoky thing that we got going on there. I have no idea what you call that thing, but we're gonna put it there and you know, define that cat eye thing, okay? Alright, so once we have that done, I'm gonna just use like a nude eyeshadow to apply it between the yellow and the cat eye thing. This is a no-name eyeshadow, so you can use any nude eyeshadow you have, and then go ahead and apply your mascara. I just used the new CoverGirl mascara, which I am still testing out. And the lashes that I'm using are velour lashes. They're mink lashes. I totally forgot the name, but I think they're called Doll Me Up. Alright, and then you can go ahead and apply your mascara to the lower lashes. And I'm gonna go back in with some more of that matte brown shade from the Bordeaux Bliss Duo and blend this out underneath my lower lashes again, just to give it more of a smoky effect. And I'm just applying it right underneath the black just to smoke it out a bit more. So that is it for the eyes, you guys. Now onto the face. I was going to try this new foundation that I received from a company called Black Opal, but the foundation is not for me right now because it's summer and I've gotten darker. So we're gonna switch it up and go in with my Black Opal foundation. This is the Pore Perfecting Foundation in Nutmeg. I actually wish that I had taken off the previous foundation, but I was being lazy, so I just put this foundation on top of that one, so it gave me like a real full coverage look, but it was brighter than I wanted it to be. Okay, my highlight, I actually wanted it to be bright, but I didn't want my face to be so bright, you know, but hey, what can we do? So we're just gonna work with what we have. All right, so now I'm using my LA Girl Pro HD concealer in Fawn, and I'm just gonna apply this underneath the eye area where I want to highlight. And this is more of a dramatic highlight. This is not a look that I would wear during the day in the humid weather, blazing sun. This would be more of a nighttime summer look, since it's cooler at night and you're not humid and hot and melting, because you'll definitely melt during the day if you did this to yourself. You will, I'm just telling you. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and blend out my highlight using this foundation brush from Makeup Addiction. I'll put the company's website down below in the description bar. Okay, and I'm just going to blend out all the highlighted areas of my face using a patting motion. Alright, you guys, so I'm just going to blend out that highlight. I rarely do such a bright highlight, but we're doing it today. Alright, and another thing, my concealer actually looks brighter than usual. This is the same concealer I use during the winter time, which is actually very close to my complexion in the winter time. It looks much brighter now because I got a tan. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this Black Up Cosmetics contouring stick, which is darker than what I usually like to use to contour with, but we're just gonna work with it. Okay, this is my first time using it, so yeah, let's just see what happens. The highlighting part I didn't really like, but I'll have to try that on a separate day without filming and see if I like it, and then do a video for you guys. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but we'll get to that soon. Alright, so now I'm gonna use this the chiseler brush from Makeup Addiction. It's just a small contouring brush, and you can blend out your cream contour with it. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out this very dark dramatic contour. That's why I was saying this is more of a dramatic contour than what I regularly do. Alright, I'm just gonna blend it out as much as you can. Blend, blend, blend. One thing I did like about the contouring stick is that it is easy to blend out. It was just a little too dark for my taste. Okay, we're just gonna use it today. Alright, so now I'm just gonna blend everything out. I usually do these tutorials slow in the beginning so you guys could see what I'm doing, and then I kind of speed it up because I'm pretty sure you don't want to sit there and watch me blend out concealer for like 5 minutes. Well, it's not that long, but I'm saying, you know, about 2 minutes of blending concealer. No one wants to watch that. So I just speed it up so it's seconds instead of minutes. Alright, so now to set my under eye highlight, I'm using the Sacha Cosmetics Buttercup Powder, and I'm just going to apply that using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to apply it under there and set under the eye area and let it bake or cook or fry or steam for about 5 minutes. And then once we're done doing all of those cooking methods, we can brush it all off. Alright, you guys, now that we're done cooking, baking, frying, steaming, we're gonna brush off all of this powder. Alright, I know it looks scary applying all of that powder, but it all gets brushed off. It does not stay on the face. Basically what it does is lock in your concealer and your face, and nothing really moves. That's why when you take off this makeup, you have to do it in a couple of steps to get it all off and all out of your pores. All right, now I'm just using some bronzer just to define my nose area, because that foundation took away all the definition from my nose area. So I'm just reapplying that using an angle brush from Juvia's Place, and these are her synthetic brushes. I'll put a link to her company down below in the description bar. All right. Alright you guys, so I'm gonna go in with this is actually a blush brush, and I'm gonna use it to apply my powder contour, which is a Nicka K foundation in the shade Chocolate. And then I'm gonna go in with this blush. It's kind of like a ruby shade blush from Black Opal Cosmetics. I'll put the name of it down below in the description bar. It's quite dramatic, but it's okay. We're going for a dramatic look today, okay? This is not natural, this is not work ready, not every day, okay? Just so you guys could know, so I don't get comments saying this is not natural. I'm just saying. All right, but now I'm just gonna highlight my cheekbones using this blending brush from Juvia's Place with the Becca Cosmetics Opal highlighter, and I'm just gonna highlight my Cupid's bow area and the tip of my nose as well. Alright you guys, for lips I'm using this liquid lipstick from LaSplash. This is a lip couture in the shade Malevolent. It's a very dark color. It's not purple, it's like a very dark plum eggplant shade. That's how I would describe it. Very dark, very gothic looking, and I love it you guys. I actually love it more than a black matte lip. This is just a beautiful, beautiful color, especially to wear during the winter time. So I will be doing lots of looks using this shade during the winter time, fall season, okay you guys? But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it, and once it dries, it stays on until you take it off, till the next day. All right, so we have to let it dry. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up any little messes that I had, or cover up any discoloration around my mouth area. Then I'm gonna set it, and yeah, take off this hat. Yes, my hair is still red, it didn't change, not because I'm wearing wigs I changed it you guys. But I'm just gonna go in with some more of that brown eyeshadow, and that is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you want to see the outfit that I wore with this look, please check at the end of this video or check in the description bar. And that is it. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon.